Becoming a young entrepreneur. I'd like to say 23 is still young, hopefully, but I've been an entrepreneur for like 1 year now, properly, like a successful or somewhat successful business. My first business I started when I was younger though, when I was like 17, but I've been working since I was 15, so I've just had a worker's hustle mindset for such a long. At 22, I've discovered something that I feel like is a 7, 8, 9 figure business that could potentially be a very big player in the mining industry. And this is what it's like to be a young entrepreneur, all while working FIFO still, 84-hour weeks. The journey so far, so we've been 13 months now, we've been operating as a business, FIFO Australia, and it has been such a journey. We have 8 staff that work for us now. We've been through a lot of ups and downs. We're a 6 figure business, so in 1 year we've gone 6 figure profit, which is solid. Very happy with that accomplishment. And just a team that I have is an amazing team as well. Like what we're pushing towards, and everything has been great. So it all started like with social media. Social media is a great thing for an entrepreneur to get hold of and start early. Like if you want to be an entrepreneur, a business owner, or whatever, please learn social media, because that was the root cause for me to start up my business and all of my things on the side as well, was starting social media. You might not have a specific niche or product or something in your mind as of yet, but putting your face out there and putting your vibe, your things you're interested in, your lifestyle on video and for the world to see is such a beneficial thing for when you do want to start your personal brand, for when you do want to start to sell a product or start a clothing line or whatever. Social media will be such an important thing to do, and especially in today's world, it is like a huge benefit for people to get involved in. My first 3 or 4 businesses failed. It didn't go to plan, but this one did. So it might take a couple tries. It might be the first go. You might hit the jackpot off the bat, but an entrepreneur, you don't give up. You just keep hustling. And sometimes you need to come to terms with, hey, look, this idea might be a shit idea. Maybe move on to the next. And I was thankful that I kind of found those things out a lot faster. So I didn't waste 2 to 3 years on a business that was just not going to go anywhere. To building what we have now with FIFO Australia feels insane. Like it is just, I feel like this is a huge business opportunity, and I'm still figuring out how to really captivate it and really use it to its full potential. It is still very early days. Like we're 13, 14 months in, so there's still so much progress to be made. A good business takes 6 years at least to build. Not everyone is fortunate to be able to have a profitable business in the first year. We thankfully were, and to have such an amazing team behind it as well has definitely helped a lot. Sacrificing time with family, friends, and hobbies that you want or things you want to do, delayed gratification for a greater outcome is like a must. And I feel like you have so much time in your 20s, early 20s, late teens, where you can spend a lot of that time hustling and still have fun. Like if you want to go out, have fun, do all of those things, that's great. But I'm someone that is like, fuck that. I'm all in or nothing. And I feel like it's just tough. It is tough for sure. It's not for everyone. But bro, when I used to play like games, Warzone, Call of Duty, Minecraft, Ark Survival Evolved, any of those games, I was like all in or nothing. I used to sit on those motherfucking games for like 12 hours a day non-stop, and I just couldn't help it. So now I'm treating that like life, like non-stop, 12 hours a day, hustle, hustle, hustle. How can I make this better? How can I keep improving this whole thing and just keep getting better at it? And honestly, it just keeps rolling. Like we're in a bit of a downturn at the moment, business is a bit slow. There's reasons for that. Someone's had a baby, and you go through all these little trial and errors and things that go up and down with the business, and you figure out how to go around it, how to work with it, and you'll eventually find problem solutions, all sorts of things. You know what I mean? That's just business. That's what comes with it. Um, it's like a heartbeat monitor. That's what I like to say. It's up, down, up, down, up, down all the time. It's not always smooth sailing. All of these people that are like, oh, I want to get a business and have all this free time and all of the, be my own boss and do whatever the fuck I want to do. Bro, you're working 80 nowadays in most businesses. Like you're doing, as soon as you wake up, you're on tick. You're getting to it. It might not be 18 hours, but you know what I mean. Your brain just doesn't switch off. You just want to keep working towards it. As soon as you wake up, I check that phone. Might be a bad thing. A lot of other people might have a different routine where they just stick to a certain amount of hours. But I know as soon as I wake up, I'm on my phone, checking my Discord, checking the team, checking everything, making sure everything's flowing properly. I have the time now, I might as well utilize it, you know? And it's like Elon said, you can't change the world on a 50-hour week. You can try change the world on an 84-hour week, like that guy does. Like, I'm not saying we're all Elon Musk and we're all as smart as him and work as hard as him, but there was a lot to take from what he said in that sentence. You know what I mean? Like, I do 84 hours a week out in FIFO, working towards someone else's dream, making good money for sure, 100%. But why am I not working 84 hours towards my goals or towards my dreams or towards things that I want to work on? Like, to me, that's a bit crazy that society has taught us to work for someone else's dreams and goals, which is a good stepping stone. I'll never knock it, like having a good job and working towards things. It's a good life skill to have, being an employee, understanding that system, seeing how it works. But thinking outside the box, and figuring out how you can fill these gaps, how you can make a better product, how you can upskill and change industries and have a better career and sort of things. There's all these little things that you think outside the box. Some people want to be an employee for the rest of their life. And I literally came to terms with this not too long ago. Like, bro, if it came to it, I wouldn't mind working with cranes until like I get old. I genuinely enjoy working with cranes. It's been 8 years since I started and I love cranes. Like, it's such a great job. It's dangerous and I love that thrill about it. Something can go wrong. It's a small crew. Everyone kind of knows each other. Small industry, your name carries from one country to another. Like, when I came from New Zealand to over here, there's a lot of people that I knew from back home that are in this industry over here, and a lot of boys, throughout the years that have seen what I've started building, reaching out to me saying, fuck, good on you, bro, like, solid, keep it up. And, when I do start a business one day and there's these people that I used to work with or work for, they start reaching out to me and saying, fuck, man, what contracts do you have? They start saying, what contracts do you have? What line of work are you in? Do you got any guides for this job? Because I've built my name in this industry, in a specific industry, and my company is now in, FIFO, mining, construction, oil and gas, whatever it is. My name in this industry has carried over from not just being a worker, but now coming into being a boss or a CEO or a business owner. So I've had 8 years of working in this industry already, and insight and people that know me, where that's helped me kind of propel a lot faster than I guess other industries, where you might be new to it, like ecom or something, where you don't know many people, where you're trying to find your crowd, you're trying to find the people that you fit in with. And I guess that's been such a benefit for me, was working young, finding that hustle young, doing those big long days and working hard from 15 all the way up until now. Now I'm putting all of that energy and time and stuff that I used to do for other companies or for out on a construction site. Now I'm putting that into myself. I'm putting that into the gym, into my diet, into my business, and all of those things. Like, being a young entrepreneur is so much easier than, say, if you had a family, if you had people around that depend on you, where you can't really be outside your box, where people kind of hold you back or tie you down to their standards or their way of living because you want to kind of break out of that shell and be someone different. So take that risk while you're young, man. Like when you have no responsibilities, when you have all the time in the fucking world, you know, you can go clubbing, you can go party, and you can do all of that shit, but please don't think that you're going to wait until your 30s and then you're going to grind. Start grinding now, man. Put the time in now. You will like be so much better off in the future if you do that for yourself, rather than like in your 30s or 40s or whatever. You know, I put all my statistics into ChatGPT and I asked it, I was like, judging and based off all of my financials and where I'm at right now, when do you think I'll become a millionaire? And literally ChatGPT is saying, like, I'm not saying that's probably the smartest thing to do, but what I'm saying is based on how old I am, how much I earn, the business, the social media, all of those things, literally it's telling me I'll be a millionaire within the next few years. And to me, my goal was a million at 25. I turned 24 in June. So, 24 in June. And I feel like I can crack that. I feel like because I'm young and I got a lot of hustle, I got a lot of drive, I can definitely crack that. I just need to keep pushing, bro. Keep pushing because I'm young. I don't have responsibilities and I don't have anyone relying on me. Like my family, my mama and my little brother depend on me. Yes, I do help them. I feel like I'm the man of the house because we never grew up with a dad, me and my little brother, just a single mother. And so to a certain point, I am the dad or the male role model in my household, even though I don't live with them. They are back in New Zealand. And that was the other thing, moving to another country away from everyone I knew was like a game changer. It was like understanding who the fuck I am as a person, what I'm truly made of. Man, times have changed. Like, I'm feeling solid. I'm feeling good about myself. Best physique, best health I've been in such a long time. And I feel like things can only just keep getting better because I've sacrificed 3 years to where I was just like hustle mode, grind, just lock in, get it done. Don't fuck around. And young entrepreneur life, taking that risk now will be so much beneficial for you in the long run rather than doing it when you're older, when you have responsibilities. Like, I just cannot stress that enough. There's so many men out there or ladies that I meet that have families and want to do all these great extravagant things, but it's like they're fucked with time, or people rely on them, or other people's lives have become theirs. And yeah, they can still break out, they can still hustle, they still have time, but nowhere near compared to what we have at this age. Being a young entrepreneur, you just have so much more cards in your hand, so much more plays, so much more time, if you're willing to use it. But a lot of people don't mature fast enough for them to be like, okay, fuck, hustle in my 20s, 30s, chill. That's the other way around for a lot of people, which to me is crazy. I find that crazy. Um, and I feel like it's never been easier to get rich, but it's also never been easier to be distracted. There's so many options out there to become distracted. And there's also so many business opportunities and ways to make money out there that it's never been easier to get rich. Like, man, every day I just think of new business ideas. I'm like, fuck, man, that would be such a great idea. But I already have something. Like, I already have something solid that I'm working towards. But I'm like thinking of other things like, holy fuck, that would be solid. But I just, stay away from it. Like, that's a great idea, but I got other things I'm working on. I got to lock in on this one thing. Like, it's all good to have 20 businesses, but if you go all in on one thing, you're going to be so much better off rather than going all in on all these random fucking things. So all in on social media, the FIFO Australia page, all of that, like that is my all in. That is what I'm sticking towards, what I'm gonna keep hustling towards. Everything else can pretty much get fucked.